So, excuse the slightly poor quality of the microphone. I'm waiting for a new cable. I'm using the microphone actually on the desktop at the moment. Now, I did this video on site, and I'm actually on Exchange Street, just up here looking through one of the peepholes. It's not great, a lot of this, because people are graffitiing over peepholes and all sorts. So what I've done is I've redone the voice over the top so I can use my little cursor and explain things, if you can see now. So here was the moat area sweeping round. Now, up to a couple of weeks ago, there was big, massive concrete posts in here, about a metre square at least, about 4 of them. And they were from the old Carbrook co-op or from the Castle House co-op that were on this site. So they've actually destroyed these concrete posts. Now, they're doing the dig where you can see all these various trenches in the moat area. And most of this was done by Armstrong back in the 1920s. He's the guy that's done, get an awful lot of credit for this. The Wessex University just picking on his old ground. Now, across here, where you see this raised concrete section, and there's actually a grate hole in the middle of it, and you can go down there, and under there is the Drawbridge Pier, about 4 metres down. Now, I'm going to use a bit of common sense here and say if I was the archaeologist, I would have done this part of the site first. I'd have broke this concrete section off and got down to the Drawbridge Pier, because it's the most significant find actually on the castle that we have. But it's the last thing they're doing at the moment. But I'm going to quote Miss Havisham, because what she said is for 10 years they've had this site, and other than 2016, when Wessex did a bit of a dig here, very little's actually happened. And they're rushing at the moment, because I think they've really only got 6 weeks before they create an events park. So they're going to cover most of the site back over again. Now, you can see this big raised section here, and this goes all the way along to Castlegate down here. And back in the 1970s, there was like a ramp area, or a slope, and about 10 foot out there was a castle wall coming out. And then what they've done is they put a concrete wall along this area. So I think the events part is just going to get covered over this, because if you look at the artist's impression, it shows you this raised section. So I don't think they're going to do a full dig. Well, they're not going to do a full dig of the site. We're missing a massive opportunity. Now, just down here, you can see the Alexandra, what was once the Alexandra pub, is now some student type flats. Well, that used to be the Alexandra Playhouse just there. And it used to come further across, and it used to have stilts going into the River Sheaf. You can see 19th century pictures showing that. So the Sheaf sort of comes around here, up here, around the back of the Mudfords building, and under what would have been the old Sheaf market. So this Sheaf somewhere down here is in a concrete culvert. And they've only just put planning permission in to actually break open this concrete culvert. So we had a massive opportunity to put Sheffield on the map with this dig, and I think it's very half-hearted. I think they're trying to exploit it to develop around the site with new high-rise flats, but they're not making the full potential of this site. There are some other remains, I think, somewhere on here where you could go down some steps in it, but and that was under the old castle market. But whatever those remains are, they look very rubbish, to tell you the truth. They don't look up to much at all. So it's really an update on the development going off on Sheffield Castle Market.